Hello everyone, welcome back to today's episode of Let's Do Something. Thank you for wasting your time listening to me rambling about some stuff. And then we are back in Kuching, and we're after the Bau trip, or after Glenn and I talk about some life in our previous video. This is the continuation, where we decided to stop by the place right opposite the Kuching Waterfront, which is Kampung Boyan, or is it Kampung Gersik, or is it Kampung Surabaya, or is it Kampung Panglima Seman? It's either one of them, or is it Kampung Istana? But no. We are actually at Kampung Boyan, and there's that cat again. Always the cat. Now this opposite side of Kuching Waterfront are famous for layer cakes, where you can buy the authentic local layer cake, not from the factory, not from any famous factory. Oh, yes, you can roll down and then if you want to slide down to the river and be by guests. But this place is famous for all of the local layer cake place thing. So this is the waterfront for Kampung Gersik or Boyan, one of them. But if you want to stop by here to look for layer cakes, then be my guest. There are tons of it. All the shop house here, they are just a house, and then they're able to do business here. The competition here is extremely competitive when it comes to layer cake. But we are not going to look at layer cakes as of now. We're going to look at the smaller-ish waterfront, the opposite of the big waterfront, and that's the view of the Kuching. Isn't it beautiful? And there is that eraser-looking building. There is that sharpener-looking building, and then there's that razor looking building. Isn't it fantastic? But seriously, that's Grand Margarita Hotel, the Riverbank, Imperial Riverbank Hotel, and some more hotel. Lots of hotels there. And that's the Riverview Bar. Oh, never mind. We're not going to look at the Riverview Bar. That's not important. What's most important is this particular sidewalk, the pavement. So this is the side view of the waterfront, where most people, well, I wouldn't say most, but some people would walk by just to take Instagram photos. Again, I'm not going to take any Instagram photos as of now, right now, but we're just going to walk and talk about life. But in the meantime, I'm still going to admire how lovely the clouds are, the sky. It's the contrast between sunny, cloudy, and stormy and dark and cloudy. It's just fantastic. Look at the Hilton. It looks like Hilton is looking all sinister, and I like it. And that's us wearing sunshade with mask, matching color as well. I'm the blue and Glenn's the green, like Batman and Green Arrow. So anyway, we were just walking and admire the view, and it's very hot and sunny-ish because it's the afternoon. This the evening, looking at the sunset and the cloudy weather, and that's the famous boat, a steamboat. Yeah, ar. Get it? So again, I'm not really a tourist. I'm gonna repeat myself saying that bloody stuff. And we reached the very tail end, I wouldn't say end, but the halfway end of our journey. If you look on the left side, the green bushes and trees and green, that's actually the James Brook Fort, the Brook Gallery Fort Margarita place, and admire the scenery. Okay, now we're back at the Kampong, the residential side of Kampung Boyan. Famous for their layer cake house. But sadly, during the recording of this footage, we went there during Hari Raya, and most of the shops were closed because they're having festivities. It's a public holiday anyway. And that's one of them. And then Glenn was actually looking for the toilet. And here's admire the street view of Kampung Boyan. All the way down to the opposite of the traditional cake house. This place would be very, very lively. I mean, will be very lively when everything's open. But again, due to the pandemic, you can't open everything. But of course, business needs to keep doing their business. Of course, they are open, but not open as in open into public. I mean, open as in, just open, and then if they wanted to make a delivery, of course you can make delivery. And then if you want to have them bake for you or just buy on the spot the one that has been baked, then go ahead and buy it. It's open, but it's not as lively as pre-pandemic. The good times. After the toilet trip, we decided to just drive and admire the scenery. Let's just drive around Kuching. That's what I told Glenn. Let's just go on the road and then see where the road leads us. That's what we're going to do next. And here it is, the very quiet street. Very quiet indeed. And all the side stall and side store and examples of the famous cake. Hey, look, pigeon. And Glenn's not very good at hunting pigeon. Beautiful birds. Oh yeah, again, we are in the place that's famous for cake, layer cake. Of course, there's thousands of hundreds or a couple of videos on YouTube that talk about layer cakes, but I'm not really one of them. I'm not a tour guide. I'm just a guy who just making his way through the galaxy or on the universe, whichever one. Here's one of them famous. It's actually open. When I saw this, the door open, but you can't go in, of course. I mean, you can't go in groups or numbers of people, but you can still buy things even during the holiday. But not all stores are open. Now after this, let's just enjoy the view, enjoy the driving, and then mind the horrendous camera angle, because sometimes FIMI Palms can tend to be very, very very, very dickish sometimes. So anyway, enjoy the scenery of us driving around Kuching city, and I'm going to be very quiet.